Hello bass players. In this video we are going to work on our bowing, and we're going to be using either half of a paper towel roll or about a toilet paper tube. Either one is fine. And you'll also need a rubber band. Make sure you gather these items. A tube could be half a paper towel roll, that's fine. Or if you have a toilet paper tube, that works as well. And a rubber band. Let's begin. First thing we want to do is we want to make sure our bow is marked with the balance point. And we want to use a pencil. I'm going to use a dry erase marker, a pencil to test to make sure it's properly tightened. So I'm going to hold the bow with the frog, push down in the middle. I can push down with a moderate amount of pressure. My bow's tightened and ready to go. Awesome. Next, we need to attach our tube. Again, toilet paper tube works or half a paper towel roll works. And we're going to attach it to the base. So I'm laying my base on the side, and I'm going to attach this rubber band and tube between the A and D strings. So the tube is in my left hand. I'm going to place it on top of the A and D strings, the two middle strings. I'm going to wrap the rubber band around part of the tube, and I'm going to take the rubber band underneath the A and D strings and back around the tube. I'm using two hands to feed the rubber band under the A and D strings and put it around the tube, and it will stay on just like that. Take your time to pause this video, rewind, and practice that. Notice my base is on its side. Now that your tube is attached, let's begin. First thing we're going to do is we're going to pick up our base in playing position. Okay. Make sure your tube is making a T with the string. You may need to adjust it. You see mine was crooked? I'm adjusting my tube so it makes a T with the string. This works well with a mirror. So if you could do this in front of a mirror, that's ideal. Next, we're going to practice bowing without the bow. So take your right hand, make your proper bow hold llama. Remember the duck, Aflac, we don't want the duck. Curl your thumb and make the llama with your thumb bump and fingers over. Notice my llama ears are pointing down next to the tube. My arm is straight. I may have only a slight bend in the elbow. I'm just going to move my arm away from the tube and back towards the tube. Remember, you should be able to touch the bridge with your right hand if your base is set up correctly. Awesome. Next, I'm going to put on the metronome, and we're going to practice bowing without the bow. So, every click, we're going to move our arm. I'm going to start with my bow hold without the bow next to the tube. Ready, go, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. When I move my arm away from the base, this is a down bow. When I move my arm towards the base, that's an up bow. So you'll hear me say down when I move my arm away and up when I move my arm towards. Notice we're moving our arm at 1 beat per click. That is called a quarter note, right up here. 1 beat per bow motion. Ready, go. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, let's practice this with the bow. I'm going to set my base down. I'm going to pick up my bow. And if I'm standing, this takes some coordination. So I'm going to pick my base back up. And the way to form our bow hold with the base, I reach my left arm around the base. I'm going to grab it at the tip. I'm going to make my llama, tilt my hand, have my llama chew the stick near the sticker, and I have my bow hold. Let's practice quarter note bowing with our bows in the tube. Notice the horsehair is scraping the bottom of the tube. So make sure you're sitting into the string and the horsehair is scraping the bottom of the tube. We're using the tube in order to keep our tube straight. We want to make a T with the string at all times. We don't want this. We don't want this. We want a T. Let's do quarter notes together. Ready? Go. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, away, towards, freeze. Next, we can do half notes. The half note gets 2 beats per bow. We're going to move the bow slower. It also looks like this. This is the half note. Down, 2, up, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Down, 2, up, 2. Let's practice our half notes together. Ready, go. Down, 2, up, 2. Away, 2. Towards, 2. Down, 2. Up, 2. Make sure your tube isn't twisting and you're keeping your bow hold. So I'm going to take my bow hold out and I'm going to check. I'm holding the bow in my left hand. Make my llama. Make my llama chew near the sticker. Drop my ears. Great. I'm going to put it back in. My bow hold looks good. Our last type of note is the whole note. It gets 4 beats. We're going to move our bow very slowly and change bows every 4 beats. Let's do it together. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. Is your tube twisting, or are you keeping it perpendicular or making a T with the string? Our bows should kind of look like plus signs. Let's do whole notes again, 4 beats. Ready, go. Down, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. Nice job. You may have noticed that I was making some scraping sounds. That's exactly what we want when we do our tube bowing. We want to actually have the horsehair scrape the bottom of the tube right against the string, just like this. If you hear any sounds, that's okay. The point of the tube is to keep our bow making that T shape. Next, we're going to practice bowing on page 13. Go ahead and pause this video and open your books up to page 13. Okay, at the bottom of page 13, you're going to see a symbol called down bow. It kind of looks like a hat. Do you see it? It's in the center of page 13. You'll next see an up bow symbol. It looks like a V. Remember, down bow is when we move our bow away from the base, up bow towards the base. We're now going to bow in our tubes rosin wrap number 1. This is number 37 in the book. There's a repeat symbol at the end, and as we bow, we will rest during the rest, bow during the notes. If you look on top of the notes, you'll see there's a down bow symbol on the first note and a V up bow symbol on the second note. We will follow that bowing pattern the whole time. As you practice these rosin wraps, make sure you're keeping a good bow hold and you're using your tube and you're saying down and up. We always start with our hand, see my hand, see my fingers? Right next to the tube. Our first motion on all of these rosin wraps is down. Let's do the first rosin wrap together. Go ahead and set your bow in the tube and we'll begin with the music.
"37, rosin wrap number 1.
Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Down, rest, up, rest, down, rest, up, rest, down, up, down, up, down, rest, up. Repeat. Down, rest, up, rest, down, rest, up, rest, down, up, down, was rosin wrap number 1? Check your bow hold. Make sure you still have a good bow hold shape. Hopefully you were able to practice with the beat and you were moving your bow in quarter notes just with me. Let's do rosin wrap number 2. This is number 38.
38. Rosin wrap number 2.
1, 2, ready, go. Down, up, down, rest. Up, down, up, rest. Down, up, rest, rest. Down, up, rest, repeat. Down, up, down, rest. Up, down, up, rest. Down, up, rest, rest. Down, up, rest, rest. Rosin wrap number 3 is a little bit tricky. Notice there's a repeat symbol at the end of rosin wrap number 3, and it goes right into more notes. Let's do rosin wrap number 3.
39. Rosin wrap number 3.
1, 2, ready, bow. Down, up, rest, rest. Down, up, rest, rest. Down, rest, up, rest. Down, up, down, up. Down, up, rest, rest. Down, up, rest, rest. Down, rest, up, rest. Down, up, down, up. You'll want to practice these rosin wraps multiple times, making sure your bow makes a T. It's also very important that you practice with a metronome set to about 70 beats per minute. For quarter notes, which is 1 beat per bow, it was these, down, up, with the metronome, that's what we did at the beginning. Half notes, which get 2 beats, they're a little bit slower, we have to move our arms slower, and whole notes, which are 4 beats. Please practice both parts of this lesson where you're keeping a proper bow hold and your bow is making a T inside the tube. This will take practice, but it will really improve your bowing as we advance in our playing.